Wawa Nui. Wawa. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, to all my fellow Lemurians, we have a very busy week, astrologically speaking. And so I'm going to hop right in. I'm going to give you a heads up. My comment section is turned off right now, but Wawa Nui to everybody that's coming in. And to begin with, what I'm going to do is get everybody here and on the replay, energetically speaking, on the same page. My mentor, Huna Flash, used to call this one lovingly the login. And I tend to call it the harmonization because what these frequencies are doing is getting you balanced on a multidimensionality. Tihe mori ora mahaka watahi it ingawa te to iri te o otawana wai watapu kita it ingawa te whenui Tirani te kitau wai watapu kita it ingawa te whaia te matua te tama wai watapu kita Tihe mori ora. Beautiful. Alrighty. To start off with, the animal deck wanted to come forward this week. So we're going to be using Colette Baron Reed's The Spirit of the Animal Oracle deck. And the other thing that we have is if for any reason your card doesn't resonate with you, just leave it. And there is another card that we will pull from the bottom of the deck, and that is going to be from the Unicorn Oracle deck, and so you can use that as a substitute, or you can use it as an amplifier to the card that you're going to get. As I was saying, this week is very busy as far as the astrological signs for the Lemurian birth signs. And if you don't know your birth sign, don't worry about it, because I'm going to walk you through all of the 13 signs that make up the Lemurian astrology. To begin with, we're going from where we are currently in the month of, or the motu of, Heas. That is the sign of the hare. And so if you were born January 1st through the 28th, you are the sign of Heas, the hare. Now, happy birthday. When it comes to the 29th, 30th, and 31st this week, we will then move into the symbol of Maita. And so if this is your sign, and the Maitas are the 29th, 30th, and 31st of any of the calendar months. Okay. Yours is it's what makes up, those are the days that make up the 13th sign of the Lemurian calendar. And so that sits at the center of the central sun. And so that is where the undistorted light comes from, is from the central sun. And so that's for Maita. So if you have your birthday coming up, happy birthday. And then we're going to be transitioning, excuse me, still kicking out a cough. The February 1st and 2nd that we will then move into is going to be known as Tirani, and this is the sign of the hummingbird. The sign of the hummingbird will go from February 1st through February 28th. Now, I don't know if we have a leap year this year, but again, if there would be like a February 29th, that would then be considered a Maita, which is your symbols for the Maitas is a crystal. And so the last thing that I'm going to say are the stargates. Now, Maita, you are where the light, the undistorted light emanates from, which is the central sun. For Heas, the month that we're currently in, it is coming through what's called KaHu, which is the whale portal, and it's Sirius. I cannot remember off the top of my head if it's A or B. Let me double check here. Sirius A. So we're in the whale time, which is the downward energies. If you're in the Lemurian calendar, you're actually in the latter half of 2026. So that is going to be KaHu, the stargate for Heas, sign of the hare. Then we're going to go through the undistorted light for Maitas, which is the central sun. And then we're going to be coming into Tupo, which is Venus in the evening. And that is for the sign of Tirani, the sign of the hummingbird. So it's all very complicated, and I wanted to get all of that out there. And once I get all of this done, I'll flip on the comments section. If you're not into Lemurian astrology, I will be having another live stream that's going to come on at 10:30, and that will be an open forum format. And I'll be going over things like energy healing and whatnot. Okay, so let's get started then. Maitas. Not I've almost lost my place. And again, we're working with the Colette Baron Reed deck. So that is for Maitas, you have Bobcat Spirit. Powerful. Let's just soak in that energy there. Power kitty cats. Bobcat Spirit. Life is a mystery. Yes, it is. So happy birthday if there are any that are having their birthday on the 29th, 30th, or 31st. Now, Heas is the moti that we're currently in, and that's the birth sign. So it's, again, January. If your birthday is January 1st through the 28th, happy birthday. And yours is the sign of Hea. This is the sign of the hare. The essence of this month is endurance. You're going to need a lot of endurance. This is flamingo spirit. So it speaks to being in the in-between, which is fascinating because this entire week is something of the in-between. And astrologically speaking, we are in the throes of going in the in-between between age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. It's a lot of in-betweens to embrace. And basically it speaks to being patient. Be patient not only with others, but be patient with yourself. Okay? That was for Heas. Now, if you are born February 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Tirani. This is a sign of the hummingbird. The essence of this month is the tiny voice from heaven. Woo! You have buffalo spirit this week, Tiranis. And I'm saying week. Hopefully this will go back to being a weekly occurrence. I don't know if I'll be able to recapture my Tuesdays or not, but I've been kind of having to cope with whatever universe has been throwing at me. I kept wanting to come on Sunday, and universe is like, no. Okay, so it says for Tiranis, buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide, which is nice. Now, if you were born March 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Honu. Honu is the sign of the sea turtle. The essence for this month is navigation. Oh, beautiful. Love is all around. You have nightingale spirit. You may even belt out a few songs. This is for Honus. Okay. If you were born April 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Tuatara. This is a sign of the smiling gecko, and the essence of this month is the smile. Ooh. Tuataras, you're actually being asked to reclaim your power this week with Panther Spirit. Lean into that one. April 1st through the 28th, this is yours. Tuatara is your sign. And again, the essence is a smile. Now, if you were born May 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Totoroa. This is the sign of the albatross. Very, very powerful. And the essence for this month is determination. Interesting. Totoroas, you're being asked to set healthy boundaries this week with armadillo spirit. It doesn't hurt to say no. And it helps others to know where your boundaries are too. Okay. If you were born June 1st through the 28th, fellow wombat here, and that is exactly it. We are the sign of the Kopanuis, which is a wombat. And the essence for this month is the child, the womb, and creativity. Oh. Be playful. I think that's in our wheelhouse. Fellow wombats, we get sandpiper spirit this week. Be playful. Yeah, I can get on board with that. Now, if you were born July 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of KaHu. This is the sign of the talking parrot. The essence for this month is the voice. Wow, there's always enough. You have koi spirit this week. This is for our lovely KaHus. And isn't that a beautiful koi? There is always enough. and then some. Now, if you were born August 1st through the 28th, yours is the sign of Fatura. This is the sign of the falcon. The essence for this month is purification. Wow. Give with gratitude. You, my dears, focus on your gratitude this week. This is for Faturas. You have turkey spirit this week. Gobble, gobble. If you were born September 1st through the 28th, yours is the sign of Namu. This is the sign of the dove. The essence for this month is peace. Wow. Open to infinite possibilities. Starfish. You have starfish this week. Powerful little starfish. Okay. Now, if you were born October 1st through the 28th, yours is the sign of KaHu. This is the sign of the lamb. The essence for this month is the truth. Interesting. You have think on your feet. I don't know what's up this week, KaHu's, but you have fox spirit. So think on your feet. Be nimble. I know that you tend to be very intellectual with this month. So bring in your oxygen, bring in your air. Put your thinking caps on. Sounds like you might run into some challenges this week. Now, if you were born November 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of KaHu. KaHu is the sign of the butterfly, which is beautiful. And the essence for this month is transformation. Life is speeding up. You have antelope spirit this week. So if you felt stuck, KaHu's, like life was just really not doing what you need to do, you're going to find this week that things are going to actually pop loose for you. It's going to start moving in the direction you need. Zoom zoomies. And remember, everybody, there is one more card for everybody at the bottom of the deck as well. So we're almost there. Last card. Now, if you were born December 1st through the 28th, yours is the sign of Okapi. This is the sign of the forest giraffe. And the essence for this month is light of father. Oh, okay. Okapis, you need to tend to the small things, the details this week. You have mouse spirit. So December 1st through the 28th, Okapis. And I'm going to try not to lens everybody. The bottom of the deck came from the oracles of the unicorns, and not to lens flare. There we go. We have the awareness card. This is for all signs. So if for any reason you didn't resonate with your card this week, you can use this one as a substitute, or you can use this one as an amplifier. Okay. It says, live in the moment, be conscious of your thoughts, and look for signs and guidance, which is very handy because that is kind of the theme that we're going to be having for the motu that we're moving into. We'll be looking for signs, wonders, and messages from the other side. That'll be for the month of February. And so I'm going to flip on my comment section right quick and say hello to absolutely everybody. Hi, Hypnicity, fellow Wombat. Paul Freed. Paul's another Maita. Oh, hello, Kat. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Alrighty, everybody. Well, okay, so 2028 is the next leap year. So thank you very much for that, Hypnicity. So it's going to be a few more years before we see a Maita in the sign of Tirani then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this one. You should be able to find my second. Hi, Kat. Kat, what is your what is your birth month and day? I'm just curious which one your birth sign is for the Hunas. But what I was saying too is I'm about to close this one so that everybody can stay focused in this particular video on the Oracle card reading. Oh, beautiful. So Kat is one of our Okapis. She's the sign of a forest giraffe. Yay. Great. Okay, everybody. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this one. So join me on the next one. I'll probably pop that one live just as soon as I get over there. Okay. So thank you for joining me for the Oracle card read for the Lemurian Birthsigns. Oh, wonderful. Hi, Amanda Celeste, another one of our Okapis. Yay, yay, yay. Beautiful. And so now we're going to hop over into the second live chat that I have. It should be showing up on my channel next. Okay, guys. Oh, yes. Actually, we're pausing here for just a second. Yes, okapis are real animals, and they're amazing. The forest giraffes. If you get the if you get the opportunity to look it up, they're beautiful animals. They're absolutely one of my favorites. They have snazzy little pajamas. I love their striped pajamas. And yeah, it exists. It's a real animal, which is cool. Very, very cool. Alrighty, everybody. So if you're just here for the Oracle card read, thank you so much for stopping by, and hopefully I'll be able to see you next week. At the moment, I'm just following my intuition and when universe is allowing me to come on. So if we need, if I can't show up next week, then we will stretch out, and the Oracle card read that you got this week will stretch out a little bit further, but I'm hoping to be able to come on a little more consistently than what I have been. Okay, in the meantime, wawa nui, everybody. Wawa.